So let's talk about one of the worst performing stocks of 2026. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and you're going to want to listen to this one. I wasn't going to make this video, but was kind of just really motivated recently to talk about it. And I think a lot of it just has to do with this cult-like following with Opendoor. I've talked about Opendoor before. I don't have an open short with it. I definitely don't own any shares of it. I have no skin in the game with it, right? My biggest problem with this company, Opendoor, is not even really so much the company. I mean, the company is doing what it has always done, and that's simply lose value, right? It was a failing business before. Under new management, it began to, promise the moon and back. A lot of investors believed in it, and from 50 cents per share to highs of $10 per share, it had an insane run, very attractive, meme-like rally. That's pretty fair to call it, right? From 50 cents to $10, nothing changed fundamentally. The company still is not profitable, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit, but there's the belief, right, that, this new management is really going to turn things around, and investors have every right to invest in anything that their hearts desire. The thing that I don't like is that when I see a cult or an army, they like to call themselves Opendoor Army, attacking anyone that does not align or agree with their, what I like to call delusion, right? I'm not going to call any individual out. I don't need to, right? They know how much they are down on this. I mean, again, talking from the highs that it made, $10 per share, to current lows, this stock is currently down 61%. But even if we just take into consideration at the start of the year, January, to where we're at right now, 50%, literally making it one of the worst performing stocks, while overall markets have been incredibly bullish. So not only are these bag holders down 50%, they are down 50% during one of the most bullish AI rallies that we've experienced in our lifetime, right? Talk about missed opportunity. With that being said, there is this tweet that went around today, and this dude, I don't know if it's real or not real. People are speculating that no, this guy is not really telling the truth. And I think it's just really fueled by a lot of people being very emotional today, as Opendoor lost 12% of its value. It finally broke below that psychological support of $4 per share. It was holding above $4. Like I said, I have no intentions of shorting this. I do not care to. I do not care to buy any of it. With that being said, after losing 12% of its value in just one day, I could see how emotions can be a little heightened. You could see that everyone kind of on social media that promoted this stock just talked about buying more, but they rarely ever actually disclosed their position or their overall position. Nonetheless, right, to each their own. That's always just what they've done, right? But if you say that you're selling it, they fight you, right? And that's what this individual did. He said he had a bad experience using Opendoor, that he was a shareholder. Things went wrong, as again, no company's perfect and everyone's entitled to their own opinion from their own experience. After this experience, I no longer believe in the business model or its execution. I am selling my open shares. You should see the verbal attacks, the threats that this guy received just because he is sharing his experience, true or not true, right? At the end of the day, everyone has every right in this free market to share what they experienced and if they want to support or not support a company, right? They hate it. Think about this. Who do you think is right or wrong? We all have the ability to invest in companies that we see value in. Let's say that I own NVIDIA, as I do. If someone talks badly about NVIDIA and or doesn't believe in it, what does that do to me? Nothing. I don't care. I've made a ton of money investing into NVIDIA. Or today, right? One of the trades that I took today, let me pull it up, MU, I closed out my trade. I didn't make too much, but I made $2,000, position fully closed. If someone says, I don't believe in Micron, I don't care, right? You're an individual, you have every right to believe whatever it is that you want to believe. The only reason I would get offended by your opinion is because I'm uncomfortable or I'm uncertain about my position. If I was bag holding this stock and all I'm being fed is possible uncertainty about the company that I'm bag holding, but I just don't know how to manage risk and I don't want to give up, yeah, it's probably a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and makes you feel very uncomfortable after losing 12% in a day. It's sad, and hopefully a lot of these traders are not on margin or leverage. That's just another reason they could get liquidated. But imagine being an adult, especially being an older individual, getting offended on social media when someone else shares a difference of opinion. Isn't that like why we don't like cancel culture? Because they're just vultures. Like, who cares? You're an adult. We're never going to see eye to eye with everyone. And if someone disagrees with you, then let them put their money where their mouth is, and that's it. You ride your own, and if you're right, you make money. That's the whole point of these free markets. And if you're wrong, then you pay the price, right? It's not like you're not used to paying the price of being wrong. Opendoor's been down all year. You can talk about buying more. You can talk about how much conviction you have. The only person that is wrong as of right now is you, bag holding this stock. It is a losing stock, and we'll get into the fundamentals. That being said, again, we're using the Investing Pro software. If you guys want to download this software, it's the first link in the description down below. It is an affiliate link. I want to let you guys know. But with that being said, you do get a discount. So the reason I like Investing Pro is it allows you to be able to dive a little bit deeper into these companies that you're thinking about investing or trading. So the reason I don't care for Opendoor, I don't care to invest in it, but again, technically speaking, it is oversold. It can begin to recover, and that's why I don't care to short it. It's a meme stock. It's all based off of momentum, and if there's a positive catalyst, it can skyrocket for a short period of time. As we've seen throughout this downfall, there are little rallies. They're short-lived rallies, short-lived catalysts that then eventually end up fading. Again, exactly like GameStop, exactly like AMC. They rally, they sell off. Ultimately, direction is incredibly bearish, volume has been fading, and fundamentals just don't align with the current valuation. The reason that I don't like this company is that it's been a failing business before. Supposedly under new management, they're really going to begin to turn things around. My focus is very simple. There's so much opportunity in the market right now. I just do not care to have any exposure in a company like this that during the most bullish market, this company is still failing, right? If you look into the fundamentals, this company has a negative P ratio. They produce supposedly $3.9 billion in revenue. Again, they buy and sell homes, right? So their revenue can be high, but they don't make money. $1.3 billion in losses. So not only do they sell a bunch of houses, so supposedly they have billions of dollars of revenue, but they're not making any money on it. And their expenses are simply too high as of right now. Obviously, things can change. Maybe they can really begin to turn things around, but it doesn't look promising. The odds of the Federal Reserve rate hike is surging as oil prices get higher, right? As oil prices have creeped up, as we've seen in the past 20 days, oil prices are up 42%. In just the past 20 days, the likelihood of the Federal Reserve raising interest rates is now significantly greater. That is why that you are seeing the 10-year Treasury begin to tick up. The 10-year Treasury is a benchmark for mortgages. If mortgage rates are more expensive, people are less likely to buy a home. Therefore, it creates a slowdown in the housing market. Again, not favorable conditions. That's all. I'm entitled to my opinion, right? If I don't agree with something based off of what I see presenting itself, right? I see the facts of what's presenting itself. I don't think it's worth the risk for me. But if it is for you, I think that's great. I think that that's why you're able to invest in what your heart desires. But as soon as you begin to disagree with them, they will scold you, they will try to poke fun at you, they'll try to mock you. But who's the person that's down 25, 50% bag holding the stock? It's the bag holders. And I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the unfortunate outcome of not having proper risk management with a meme stock, especially. If you actually look into the pro research and click on it here, you can see that, again, it's been failing for a reason. Revenue has been on a sharp decline. Revenue has been getting smaller. Again, maybe they really can turn things around. The idea behind this, the thesis, is they like to call themselves an AI company. Every company nowadays does, right? Opendoor, in my opinion, is a company that labels itself as an AI business, but it's just a house flipper that's funded by hedge funds and it has razor thin margins. They don't make money, and they haven't, and maybe they can in the future. But based off of what we see in the up and coming future, conditions are not going to be favorable. And if conditions become less favorable, then in my opinion, it's going to be harder to actually turn a profit based off of current and more favorable conditions. That's all. But again, if you have a different thesis, if you're bullish on this, I love that for you. You have every opportunity to buy, right? Just like you are clearly hearing me say, I'm not here to short it. I don't care to. Watching it fall back and back to $1 per share, I see it's entertaining enough, right? There's so much opportunity in the market right now with what we can actually invest in, with companies that are actually growing and not just talking about it. Again, but I do agree that if they really do turn things around and they like to talk about the $82 price per share is what it's going to go to. I don't know how they came up with that magic number, but I hope for some of them, they're getting a little bit older. They're maybe running out of time. So I hope for some of them that maybe it does begin to uptick to kind of give them some relief. I can see that based off of their responses and how tense they are responding. They feel uncomfortable. I would too, right? Being down so much in such a short period of time and buying more as it sells off. It kind of makes me laugh because there's this meme that's like, buy more, buy the dip. And then they're like, with what? That's what this all kind of reminds me of. It's like truly the simplest thing. It's don't fight the trend. What is this? It's a bearish trend. Bearish trend with also terrible fundamentals. Again, not an opinion, it's a fact. It's a company that loses $1.3 billion in net income. You can look this up yourself. They are about to report earnings in about 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. The last time they reported earnings, it was terrible. Again, facts, not opinion, right? Market reacted in a negative way, but there has been positive reactions in the past before. I think this is a momentum stock. It's a meme stock, right? So when it gains a lot of momentum, it can be a favorable trade. I personally just don't see it as an investment. But again, that's just my take. As you can see, I am clearly just talking about what I can see and what I can read, in my opinion. And I can promise you, they will get offended by this just by not agreeing with them. I have nothing against those that want to buy the dip. Buy it. I'm not here to encourage people to short it, but they will be devastated to hear that we don't agree with them. And to me, that's a cult. And that is why I was motivated to make this video, because I want to make sure that if you're a beginner and you see some of their tweets and they're encouraging you that, man, you need to jump in, I want to remind you that I have not seen one of them actually in the green. They refuse to post how much it is that they are either up or down. They don't show their overall position, none of that, right? It's very simple. You would think that if they're so passionate about it, again, simple trades that we took today, Micron, right? Very easily, $2,100. I took another trade on Intel. It was an overbought reversal for a short, $4,800. And I have I have part of this short still open, and I'm going to be closing it during the extended hours. So I might be closer to $5,000 on the day. But it's just the day trade. That's all, right? It's not that deep. It's only that deep when you're so emotional about it. And again, that's just the unfortunate part, is a lot of them are just old, emotional, and running out of time, right? And I feel like a lot of us would feel that same pressure if we were down 50 to 60%. I mean, God knows how. Maybe they're using margin and they're down a lot more. So again, just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. Maybe Opendoor can begin to turn things around and it becomes the ultimate success story. And I think that would be great, right, for them. I'm 100% okay with missing out on it. Nothing about that company is attractive. It's not profitable. I don't see in the up and coming future that market conditions will be favorable with the idea of rate hikes around the corner. It's just, I'm happy to just stay away. Sometimes being cash is better than being invested in a failing business, or at least a falling stock price. There are a lot of companies that, fundamentally speaking, are growing, and still price action or price performance isn't doing the best, right? It's just rotation. Markets rotate in and out of different sectors, but unfortunately for Opendoor, it's like a double-edged sword. It's bad fundamentals and bad technicals, so a double whammy there. So nonetheless, just want to do my part in keeping you guys up to date. Again, if you're so passionate about it and you want to buy it, please buy it with all you can, right? But I just simply wanted to share why I don't like Opendoor. So I hope that earned you a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And again, don't forget, if you ever want to dig a little bit deeper with the companies that you invest in, check out Investing Pro, and it's the first link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.